go Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 44-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. That catch good for only a couple.
For the Titans and Chiefs, we think back to their encounter in the postseason last year, the AFC Championship game to be exact. And the Titans were riding high, coming off road wins in Foxborough and in Baltimore. And they led at one point 17-7, but as the Chiefs did 3 times in those playoffs, they rallied back from a double-digit deficit, ultimately winning 35-24 and punching their ticket to Miami.
8 yards to go.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Brings up 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Chris Jones able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Being chased out left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Haskins. He's going deep for Brown. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 54 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked off at the 45. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
Harrison Butker on for the point after.
Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now this throw caught left side. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Titans.
Now Haskins on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there. 49 yards. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
The 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
At the 34-yard line.
Now it's Mahomes again. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
10 at the 24-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Jadeveon Clowney, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Bunker's kick here is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 38. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. This is Henry. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
The ball carrier.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Play action. Haskins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And my goodness, another interception. T.J. Green with a pick.
That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and now it's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
On the run, he'll let this go deep. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 39 yards there, a big one. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
The ball carrier.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd.
Watch out. Rush in. Check. Fresh down.
Kamara trying again. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. And the lead is now an even 30.
Good. Makes the score Chiefs 37, Titans 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Haskins. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And now here is another interception. T.J. Green with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Alvin Kamara saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Chiefs 44, Titans 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Second and a yard.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Haskins now off the bootleg. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Touchdown, Tennessee.
A.J. Brown, 61 yards. And the Titans are able to get a score back. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football.
Chiefs 44, Titans 14. Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Taken about 7 yards deep.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. To throw, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd and short.
3rd down and 2.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Set to kick off.
Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. They go play fake. Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelce. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
2-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. It's caught right side by Daniels. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
First down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now Mahomes' throw complete to his tight end, Kelce. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes, he's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Butker now to add the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now Haskins down around his goal line. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from.
Now Brown, oh, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans.
I know the scoreboard says here, but for all those who are playing fantasy football, there's...
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
56, Mike 56. Check.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
51, I got you. Mike 51, Mike 51. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Off the bootleg. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Watch that in, tight end's right. Tight end's right. Attack.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Attack, attack! Check 50, check 50. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Check 9, check 9.
Mahomes will try again on second down. Flush to his right. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Daniels that time. Third down here.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. And a throw there going to be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
A 50-yard attempt.
And he's gonna miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate, and in doing so, sent this one off target.
He's not gonna get me.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 33. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the time.
And oh, he coughs up the football near his own goal line. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within the shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
56. Ready? 56. Mike, 56. Right there.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
First and 10.
Well, it's a cold night. And whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now left side on the swing pass. His 2nd catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
96. Mike, 96. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Henry. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
He was brought down.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Jonnu Smith there to make the grab. And the Titans are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit.
Aldrich Rosas lining up for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count.
Makes the score.
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And you'd have to say they have done what they set out to do in this wild card round. It won't get easier from here, of course, but they'll certainly have some momentum built up for when they hit the road in the divisional round next weekend.
Now he'll let it go deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
43-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
We got 4. We got 4. Attack!
Now Mahomes. Complete. The tight end Kelsey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Mahomes now on 1st down. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Titans. He's at the 50, 30, the 20.
I need to get my swag right now.
Bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans.
Touchdown, Tennessee.
Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, Just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
On first down, Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now here's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Nicole Hardman with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
Hey, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
This one taken just inside the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there and also a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive. And he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Here's Haskins to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
To the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Haskins. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
A gain of 4 yards. It's now 4th down.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 31 yards. And the Titans are able to get a score back.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. PAT up and good by Rosas as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Mahomes going to throw it here. And Daniels has it left side. Mahomes 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They go play action. Now Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans 30. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City 1st. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Mahomes again. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they are going to set up sharp at the 40-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And at this point, maybe you say, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division, but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that there's... And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Intercepted. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense. Jim.
Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. Dancing to his left. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
Too little, Cupcake. Check safety, check safety.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And going deep for Hill. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Tonight's final score.
The Charles on the losing side of things. You know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that ended for them. But when they look back, they'll have a lot to be proud of and see if they turn the page towards the next season.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.
Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it. Watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They're like, hold up, wait a minute. Like, don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken. That tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep it racking my sauce. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey, yo. Nike check. T-shirt check. Sneakers check. Socks check. Hoodie check. Shorts check. Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it. Watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Going up sky high while I'm rocking Air Force. And she just wanna ride, shorty bad and gorgeous. She was rocking stripes, said it's alright. Then I cut her off, shorty stepped on my off-whites. Okay, now wait. Gotta get the bag and racks every day. Don't tell me to relax, I can't, I'm saying. Got a new Prestos and a Jason away. Got a new wristwatch where they don't take time. Might pull up on a hop if it's too hot. And you wanna play ball, hit a 3-point shot. Well, this my court, got a block on lock. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it. Watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They're like, hold up, wait a minute. Like, don't make sense, don't really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken. That tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep it racking my sauce. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my stocks. Hey, yo. Nike check.
Flag on the play.
Yeah.
That's a flag on the play.
Yeah.
Flag on the play.
Hold up.
That's a flag on the play.
off the block, yeah, I'm something like a linebacker. I got juice like a Fanta, how you like it? How you like it? I'm on purple, I'm on yellow, like a Viking. Like a Viking. All these plays that I'm catching, I done gone crazy. I do my thing, 6 range, just like Tom Brady. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, it hit the hole, then I ran it. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag like Julio with them Falcons. I just made a play in the red zone, going strong. Watch me shake and bake. Let's go. I'm in the field like a panther, I done up the standards like Michael Vick in Atlanta when it's time to scramble. Neck full of water, call me Black Bridgewater. Lamar Jackson, how I throw them Ravens across the border. Hold up, you know I'm a touchdown with the sack. Run up the whole like a running back on the play. Intercept the pack like a safety, you boys ain't shake the play. That's a flag on the play. Let's go. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, it hit the hole, then I ran it. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. Let's go.
She-Rag got me.
Hit boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting at the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay, look, sometimes you need the faith, sometimes you need to know your worth, sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but in front of the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake, you gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage, with the mainframe, loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your perm at. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that in their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be greatest of all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet. Nah, it's cool, it's cool. Don't play with it, baby. Say so what you gon' do with it? Stop playing with it. If you don't do it, then you don't play with it, baby. Exactly. Cause you're not built like that.
Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hell in the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. In my energy paralyzed, I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a parent a message to the best. If it ain't me, then you need you a confession, you a mess. You ain't scary to me. Heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you like cheetah, run up down the air in the scene. I feel just like Vegeta Prince, and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's soft, so I don't even grab the wheel. That's a lot on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Mean I'm walking with some money, man. I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all those losers think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break it, but me and myself top two. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB, I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 444 in the car, my dash. I shake a big, told them all, you went first, you last. Little boy, that's facts. I'ma grow that cash to my money. You know what? Let me stop.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, her she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on.
DA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Houston Texans and the Baltimore Ravens.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
To return here in 2 weeks' time for Super Bowl 56. Here we go from Los Angeles. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. First down, he'll drop to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Here's Jerick McKinnon, his first carry of the ball game.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 9 now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense. Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in game.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Ravens' 37-yard line.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up the 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Eluding the pressure right. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and he's got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 43 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, This was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something they can't.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
At the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
28-yard line.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
Looking for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
5.
Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will.
And he will have a Ravens first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins
with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Texans nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. His throw incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the...
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Leonard Williams. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Forced out to his left. The ball comes out, and the Texans scoop it.
Jackson on the keeper. Fumble on the play. Recovered by Houston.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Patrick Queen.
And they will take over at the 26-yard line. 2 seconds to go, first quarter.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at the 26-yard.
On first and 10, it's Dobbins.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Texans nothing.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Jackson to throw. Steps away to his left. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And the Ravens are going to have it first and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews there to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Texans nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or 2. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 44.
He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Lamar
J.J. Watt showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. You're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Leonard Williams able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 47. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. The number 7 usually lucky here for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college. So sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Texans' 30-yard line.
After the sack on first down, Jackson flush to his right. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. AFC title game, second quarter action, 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual. As we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. That'll bring up 2nd down. Jackson, draw play to Dobbins. And they'll get him down right around the 16. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Jackson now to throw on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Leonard Floyd.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throw now on first down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. The last time we saw 7, 2001, right? Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Uncorks one for Davis. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Take over 1st and 10. at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. That is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Pulled in at the 24. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
To throw on 3rd down, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll run with Dobbins. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, Gap.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens Texans will extend their lead.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now left side on the swing pass. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain on the play, and it's third down.
They'll look to throw here. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Here's Dobbins.
And a short gain down to about the 33.
Dobbins, the ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
10 at the 20-yard line.
Now Dobbins. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
13-yard line.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Leonard Williams able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
3rd and 10.
They'll look to throw. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. And he's going to be taken down short of the 1st, right around the 15-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Dobbins.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Jackson now off the bootleg. Flushed out right. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
That's the end.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And this offense is running away with this one. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Now this will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
25 yards that time. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
56 and Mark, 56.
Going to throw right side here, complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
43-yard line.
Jackson now. This one caught by Davis. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Corey Davis, 43 yards. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they're really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
At the 25-yard line.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This one complete to Tanyan underneath. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. They're going to look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
This is taken at the 23. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Bradley Roby there defensively.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now their backs really against the wall now. They knew how tough this would be on the road, AFC title game, and they have hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Leonard Floyd in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that defensive line is eating.
And he's going to go down again. Leonard Floyd picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
The line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Jackson to Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Here comes Dobbins on the toss right. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that fourth.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the fourth. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
He may try and run for this. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a fourth here. And his Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And Robinson with a big catch.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.
Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me? Hold on. I got a crowd wrapping around the whole town for me. They mama proud, got a thou in the balcony. Nah, 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 I don't hear no clown talking foul on me. Won't shoot me down, send the cavalry. It been a while since I had time for me. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Hello. Make small job with the polo. Like my style, don't ya? Nights like this, I wish I was with ya. On my turf, roll out the Henry Rux. She like when I hit the receiver. Friend hop in, this is a 4-seater. Made a yank straight out the wood, I'm Derek Jeter. Major leaguer, no fatigue. We don't get no handout, we don't get no Macarinas. Never gon' throw your back out, tryna work, you need a breather. I need a break. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me? Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me? Hold on. Won't you get down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, down with me, down with me, down with me? Oh, you down. Tell me who you talking to. Roll up that Sinatra, fly la mama to the moon. She asked me what's my life path. Told her 55 south to the cat. So many couches I cried. Shout out Zazo, Tree, and shout classy. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the sucker up, baby. I know you really wanna be my only one, but I didn't need somebody to hold on to the sucker up, baby. I know you really wanna be my only one.
my team on my back. Did what I could, what I had. Now I be all in my bag. Copy and paste with the swag. Bet you can't do it like me. All my winners on repeat. Take your L like a boss. Stand 10 toes on your feet. I can never take a loss. I ain't set up for defeat. 4 Giottos on the truck. I had a dream and it's stuck. Living my life cause we up. Looking back like where the love. So I be hella low key. But contrary to belief, loyalty runs deep. I keep my ear to the streets. Struggle turned me to a beast. I'm out the chain, I'm out the leash. But baby girl, I play for keeps. Told my brother lately, I've been scheming against all odds like Willie Beeman. I've been grinding lately, this my season. Lord knows I'm trying to find my reason. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back.